Oh, Ken and I are great friends. Look, you have to stand up to him sometimes, and you know, he's a character.
You possibly lost Roy Keane for 4 games with his ankle injury as well after the Charity Shield. Should a player like that, who's your captain and such an influential player, be more accountable to the rest of the team?
Well, I mean, he is accountable. I mean, he doesn't escape examination. Nobody escapes examination. I've had a chat with Roy, and I've made him aware of his responsibilities and his duties as captain of our club. And Roy is disappointed himself. I know that. I know he's been down for a few days, simply because he knows he went over the boiling point on Sunday. He lost his cool, and I've made him aware that we can't afford that, you know.
Now, the transfer market's been very busy this summer, but you haven't particularly been busy yourself. One major acquisition in Fabien Barthez. Were you aggressively looking around, or did you just step back and not bother to get involved?
No, we were... We'd like to have bought Figo, but I think that took everyone by surprise. And plus the fact there's a buyout clause anyway in the contract, like all the Spaniards have. 40 million was, you know, was the buyout clause, and whatever it went to 37 million, whatever, you know. But that took everyone's breath away, really. That was a surprise.
What's Fabien Barthez got that the other keepers that you've acquired in the last couple of seasons obviously haven't?
Well, I think that having had Peter Schmeichel, that you don't probably realise what you've got until you've not got him. I think the presence factor is important in a game of football, particularly a club like ours. And when Fabien became available, I thought, and I remember Eric Cantona saying something about him some years ago to me, and I'd mentioned the fact that he wasn't the biggest. He says, yeah, but he is in the penalty box. Obviously, I've got concerns about how I'm going to pick my number 2.
So if somebody came in tomorrow and wanted to buy Mark, would you sell him?
Yes, I think I would, simply because it's going to be difficult for him to accept that he's not the number 1, and maybe sometimes not even number 2. Nothing to do with ability, it's just the way things are planned out. Footballers are not unbreakable. You mean that everyone's got a point where they'll go low. And although Mark's a very confident person, he will be feeling, you know, disappointed himself.
Is it hard to motivate and excite the players now?
It's gone beyond the point I have to say to them, you know, are you ready for it and that type of thing, which I used to do quite a lot. But I think they've got it. I think they've found that thing as a team, because you've got to understand that they've grown up together, really, all these lads, and they've formed their friendships. There's a strong bond, and I don't think they'll let each other down when it comes to appetite, you know.
Well, there was a distinct lack of signings at Manchester United.